Guys, welcome to today's $1 million meth run, sponsored by Gold Rush. My name is Denzel, aka The Face, and I am joined by my co-host today, who is going to introduce himself in a moment.
Hear ye, it is I, SK, Sparky Kane, aka Louis. We are here for the meth run. How are you feeling about this, Denzel?
Well, as we saw last week, Ved's performance was somewhat mediocre, with comms being absolutely terrible. Our analytics team has been adding up the odds of this one in regards to its completion, and I'll be honest, it's not looking great. Whereas Winston, the King Kong of Los Santos, is known to be an absolute demon on the streets with a deagle, unfortunately, his driving ability is somewhat questionable when it comes to these statistics.
Now, Denzel, do you see them turn into guns here? Obviously, there's been a couple of conversations before the run, people saying, you know, Winston likes a shootout. Do you reckon we're going to see some shooting go down here?
I mean, potentially, obviously depending on, I mean, you know Den, you know? He's going to want to win this money. Is he going to back Winston into a corner? I think we can both agree that if that's what happens, there will potentially be shots fired.
I think that is something that we may see today. That might be the first in a while that we see that. I look forward to it, you know. There's nothing wrong with a bit of bloodshed.
Well,
you know, exactly.
I mean, we actually did have gunshots fired on the last run, but it wasn't until provocation by the officer that happened. So that was from Els and Patar on the last run.
Understood.
I do believe, you know, the police force kind of allowed it because they were a bit concerned with the amount of force that was used quite early on into that run, with Ved being spiked 9 minutes into his run.
Okay, yeah, that does sound very CPD-ish, but hopefully today we will see a different, you know.
Yeah, so as we can see, he's managed to work out where the gentleman is that he is to pick the good off. Will he do a Ved special? Will he pick up the 10 in 1, or will he do it 1 by 1? Unfortunately,
he is assaulting the good man right now.
Yes, he is. He's not happy with the 2 cleaner that he's been given. I wonder if he realizes that he does need to put multiple of 10 into that trunk, but unfortunately, as soon as he puts 1 in, the police will be alerted to the 37 Alpha that is in process. He is
currently unaware, and he is doing it 1 at a time. He's even putting it in the glove box, by the looks of it.
So is this gentleman doing a meth run, or is he shopping at Poundland for his cleaning products on a Sunday morning? We're not 100% sure. There he goes. He's gone for wholesale.
He's decided what he's doing.
He's realised, you know, he's treating it like Costco now. He's not holding back.
He's wholesaling the
He's straight in there with the bulk pack of 10 floor cleaner. He's reading his email.
He's got his emails up mid-meth run. He's making sure his delivery is en route.
I'll be honest. I don't know about you, but Suarez lurking so close already has potentially
Suarez, you know, Suarez is venturing into the hills right now.
It has got me very, very concerned for Winston. I do not think he's going to evade police for very long, but it will just be dependent on, I suppose, his ability to keep driving, maintain his tyres, and avoid any locals. Because, let's be honest, this is the first time we've seen this run with no bennies.
True, that is something that we haven't yet considered, to be fair. That is a very, very good take from you there. Do we think that will affect the overall status of the run? I don't know.
I mean,
you know, repair kits? Maybe.
I don't think we're going to see a repair kit get off here. I think it's just, in regards to setting that up, he's going to have to call everybody in. I think with him being the only person that is able to make that call, maybe it's something he's thought of. Maybe he's still going bennies in his mind, you know? Maybe that might be a play.
That's a good point. He might enter bennies thinking that is something he can do. We don't know what we're going to see.
And then you will see the bennies box special.
So we see the sirens and lights going on here. Den Shiesty has entered the building. He is currently heading up north.
The 37 Alpha, the police have been alerted. Suarez is on it. I think both police officers have assembled 2 teams. I think we currently have Team Suarez and Team Shiesty. Looking to secure the bag, secure the target, and by the name of target, that man is Mr. Winston Bolt.
Now, in terms of drivers, PD-wise, who do you think we're going to look at as being the biggest threat to Winston in this run here?
I mean, without a doubt, Den is a good driver. You know, I wouldn't doubt his ability. But as we've seen on previous runs, the one and only officer that is impossible to shake is the man himself, Suarez. Like, his performance on all of these runs, even with Jay driving, has been phenomenal.
Very true. Very true.
And the only time we see these runs happen quickly is when Suarez just simply isn't on duty. So we have...
something I've just noticed as well, Denzel, here, is Tommy Cruiser is in a very, very similar vehicle to the meth run vehicle itself. Will we see a switcheroo?
We might see a little confusion tactic going on here. You never know. He might... Winston popping a U-turn at the gas station and is going to potentially collide head-on with the oncoming police officers. Unfortunately, I think Mr. Bolt is slightly confused.
Shut the fuck up!
About the current situation.
The comms are already getting Larry. He's telling people to shut the fuck up right now. We're hearing live in the studio. Apologies for any viewers who aren't, you know, used to swearing.
This is live. Yes,
don't want to hear that at home. But this is live.
Look, we do apologise. We do apologise. So I'll be honest. So the POVs you can see on my screen, I'm not sure what Mr. Kane is rocking himself. You will see Mr. Winston Bolt in the main car, and we have Shiesty and Suarez. As they're called in, I will add additional POVs myself. But at the moment, these are the people. These are the people.
Let me do that right now.
Do you need the thingy?
It's all right. It's all right. I've got it.
Okay. I do believe
right now. We got the trio.
Yeah, I do believe he has just made the call to call somebody else in. I'm not actually sure.
No way, he's gone for it.
I think, to be honest though, it is a smart tactic. But the issue is with him doing it like this. If you're calling people into pit, you need to call all of them. Do you know what I'm saying? Because if you're calling one person to pit,
of course,
then you're going to start getting pit with one person active. So you need to do it in a chunk. I'll be honest. The first initial pit driver I would definitely call in here, and somebody to scout would be Adam without a doubt.
I'm getting in the earpiece. Cruiser and Matt have officially been brought into the pursuit.
Okay, so Cruiser and Matt are both active in the pursuit right now. If somebody could send me a link, sorry, live in the studio, if you could just send me an updated link with the people, that are actually currently taking part in that run.
I have done the POV. We have Matthew Antov currently waiting at the gas station on Zancudo Freeway, and we have Tommy Cruiser sending it up the LS Freeway, about to head on the cops.
So I believe that Winston may be thinking a similar tactic to me. When it gets Larry, he's going to call in the bigger bubble himself. We've seen the damage he is able to do with that Subaru. You know, there has been numerous meth runs that have been victorious through Adam launching that Subaru at Suarez's Charger. He is the nemesis that Suarez never wanted. So is that going to be something that we're going to see today? Are we going to see success? I think that is something.
Pulling off the bush method. Something we haven't seen before. He's exited the bush now. So we never know.
I do believe
playing the hide and ride strategy.
Right, as you can see, there is actually currently also a big difference in the tactic of both police officers. So Suarez knows. Suarez has actually spotted Mr. Bolt. Unfortunately now, Mr. Bolt needs to make the decision whether, this is going to be a very long ride for him. This is going to be a very, very long 20 minutes of Winston's life. Okay?
Oh my goodness. We have love for Winston, but Winston with pressure, it's something we haven't seen too much of.
Exactly, and
is supplying the backup, but he's the main man in this.
There's not only the pressure, but there's also the leadership. Like he is making all of the calls in this. And let's be honest, a meth run is not necessarily his most familiar type of territory. So
of course.
He's going to do his best. He's not really sure what he's looking for himself. I know on the last run.
Oh, he's had a little collision. He's flipped. No, he's good. He's flipped. He has indeed flipped. Winston has indeed flipped the meth vehicle.
Okay. I do believe the officers may. I do believe potentially the officers may decide that. I don't think that it's going to end here. I would like to think that it's not going to end here. They need to, the backup need to meet him right now. It is extremely far behind. Tommy Cruise are going to arrive on scene in about 4 or 5 seconds. Is he going to flip?
Oh, he is struggling to get the flip off. He's riding him. They are trying to make
He is currently now I believe Cruiser is stuck on top of Mr. Bolt. Oh, we have a problem here.
We are witnessing car reproduction live right now, ladies and gentlemen. They are having a real hard time.
I have never seen. I know we were commentating on how quick the run was completed by Jay, but I have never seen a run that has been ended at such pace. I do believe Winston is gonna.
We have a flip. We have a flip here. He's back on the move. We love to see it.
Okay, perfect. So I would think that the police at this point do feel a bit sorry for the driver, and they have decided to let it continue.
Bit of leeway there.
Yeah, a little tiny bit. So you know, shout out to all the police involved. I think Dean found that extremely funny, to say the least.
Like he enjoyed that.
Yeah,
it looked like he enjoyed that.
And I think Suarez and Dean are both going to continue to enjoy this run because, like I say, a Winston under pressure is definitely something that provides entertainment for us all.
Yeah, you know, now we are definitely seeing as well. You know, this is going to plant a seed in his head. He's flipped from early. The boys are flaming him on the radio. Will it get to him? That's the question.
Okay, we currently have Matthew Antol giving a repair kit to a police car.
To the police?
So he's called him in to assist Winston, and I believe Matt is actually. I'm not
I believe he might be the imposter.
I believe he may. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really sure what's going on there. It's police cooperation. You know, he's.
I want you to notify me.
Suarez with the mind games.
A late entry on the earpiece here, my guy Denzel. This is something groundbreaking that has been radioed through, and that is that Winston Bolt is currently not wearing his seatbelt. This is something to bear in mind.
Right. Do we know, guys, do we know if, everybody at home, do we know if he actually put a harness into the vehicle? Because if he didn't put a harness into that vehicle, there could
head on, and that's all it needs.
Yeah, there could be some serious ejection, you know, going on throughout this run. But as we've seen, there's already been a collision which has flipped him. Obviously, to get him back over would have already caused some damage to the vehicle. We're completely fine. There's no stalls, no engine light.
Oh, he has head on the local. The
and
local
there
wasn't moving,
is
but he has head on
the first stall. So he has got the drop-off location, and I do believe
brother, you know what happened to me, right?
the drop-off location is going to be compromised.
Okay, I'm still gonna dust you though. I'm gonna dust you, Suarez.
I'm not sure he's quite aware of
okay, we'll see. I'm probably
the way these runs work.
You got her number?
I do believe he's going to go to the drop-off location, being escorted by the entirety of the police force.
He does now have Air 1. I hear.
Yes, I do believe I can hear Air 1 in the sky. I think that is the least of Winston's worries right now. I think the ground units are probably causing him a bit more of a problem than the units from the air.
I feel, to be honest, I feel the ground is just causing him most of the problems.
Yeah, I just feel I think he needs. I'll be honest. This might not be everybody's opinion back home, but I think he needs to get everybody involved right now.
I do think that it would be time to bring in Patar and Adam to this method.
Yeah.
If I would.
And I'm gonna try to shake them.
They have been called in. I can confirm they have been called in.
They have been called in. Perfect. So we have a. We're back. Is Adam still not called into the run?
I believe they have both been summoned.
So Adam and Patar have both been summoned.
Two visible units.
POV has been provided. We got them up on screen now. Adam is, you know, ignoring the call.
It's still.
I will be pitting under 100 miles
we maybe didn't expect.
Yeah, I'm sure he's enjoying himself greatly as we are back at home with the laughter that this has provided us so far. I mean, so we currently have Ved, who is.
You can start heading up north.
Waiting for communication from Winston, because let's be honest, guys, as much as we think this is going to go well, it completely relies on the comms from Winston. So let's just actually explain what's going on. He's in a car full of meth. He's got Suarez chasing him, Den Shiesty chasing him, Air One chasing him, and he has to.
How's the heli? Is it still
we say meth.
airbound?
Cleaning product. So it's not that serious, but to him, I'm sure it is. The pressure's on.
It might be
I just caught a glimpse of him saying he is heading for the Winston special, which tends to be renamed within the Mandem to the.
I want somebody to set up a Winston special. I'm gonna take
sentence.
it.
We like to call that one.
The bowling book special.
Under it, all of you.
We like to
Pretty
call
much
that
all
one
of you.
Everybody underneath the Winston special.
Winston is also shouting currently, which
it
means
is,
the cops closest to him
north
can
of
probably hear
Tequila.
his comms.
And I think that special has been done enough times for the cops to probably understand what that is by now. And to be honest, I can actually see the cops in their pockets getting ready for the cuffs. You know, they're exercising their cuff muscle. They're oiling their cuffs up at this point. And the tasers are at the ready. They know that meth run vehicle is not...
Casino jump.
Oh, casino jump.
Oh. We have just caught wind of a potential.
That is
Mandem
affirmative,
classic.
Kaching.
We might be seeing here.
Okay, so we have...
Does Winston know how to pull that off?
Also, this event is...
It looks like Adam is finally...
I'm going there after Kaching.
Yep, we got a last late-minute entry from Adam Ababa.
Adam Ababa is here with the Subi, the scourge of the meth runs. As soon as this pulls out the gate, Suarez's senses are going to be tingling that this vehicle is lurking on the run. As we can see, Adam is very excited at the potential of a casino jump.
He is about to gain some money for himself
Flying
if he
airbound?
does this casino jump.
Yeah, I do believe he will not be negative on the allowance if he pulls this off.
He will be making a grand total of $10,000 if he pulls this off.
So you might think this is quite measly compared to the million, but, you know, sometimes you've got to do it for the fans. Mr. Ababa returning to the block. Has he decided that the Subaru is too powerful? We do have Ved waiting at the block as well. I think
I believe he might be going for a swap for the M2 here that we might be seeing.
The M2 has entered play.
We're about to see if Winston can indeed pull off the casino jump. He's entering it at
a very
a wide angle.
Oh,
he has made it flawlessly.
And
he has lost the police with
he
it.
has VCB'd
Unbelievably,
the police officers. Unfortunately, Air One.
Don't go that way. Don't go that way.
Unfortunately, Air One.
Tell him, Matt.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah,
Matt is actually interfering with the communications. Matt is backseating here.
No, that's not my fault. That's not my
We have
fault.
Matthew Antov backseating currently.
Yeah, we currently have
Maria can do
Mr.
more.
Antov with the backseat.
Den Shiesty back on him? Yeah, that's Den Shiesty back on him currently.
So it did not take long for Den to pull back on. We're going to have Suarez rejoining the chase pretty much.
POV, by the way, if you would like.
Air One POV.
It's by the name
for
of
the Winston
Cosmic
jump.
if you would like the Air
I
One
want you to set
POV.
up on
Okay,
below it.
perfect. Let me get that added.
We do have the Air One POV up now. That is going to be a great...
Is it just Cosmic with the COS MIC?
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
It's north of Tequila La, yes.
And I must say, Air One fuel is looking
Just
nice.
there's a big building there.
Okay, so we currently have Cosmic in Air One. Thank you for providing that point of view. I'm not sure how you installed that camera, but that was extremely fast. The people at home. This is something that we've not necessarily seen before. He is driving relatively clean, but unfortunately it will get to a point where the officers decide that driving...
Tommy Cruiser has just calmed that Air One is down, which is incorrect information. I'm so sorry to butt in.
He has... he has... And not only that, Jetty, thank you for the tier 1. Not only that, he didn't even ask for him to speak. So unfortunately here we have Matthew Antov delivering repair kits to the police officers, giving false information, and then we have Tommy Cruiser coming in with another potential sabotagical move here.
Here, Denzel, for the first time, a potential Mandem self-sacrifice. Something we haven't seen before.
No, I mean, even the last run. Oh, he's going for the Winston special. Sorry, we didn't even see that. It came out of nowhere. He's going to hit it. He's hit it. He's hit it perfectly! He's actually hit it! Unbelievably, but followed very closely by Suarez and Den Shiesty. Unfortunately, He nearly had on with another charger there.
Scary close.
You can hear the panic in his voice when he's coming through now. He's forgetting the cha-chings, and he's just going to rinse and repeat at this point.
Is he back?
He's back for the second time. Winston special.
No way he sent it again.
He's landed it perfectly again. But being Tommy Cruiser. Adam there with the M2 into the charger. There is no possibility of.
Has fumbled the special. There's only one man that can make that jump as clean as that. And there's a reason why it's called the special.
He's decided that it's time for maybe another Winston special. Is this what's going on here?
Is he going for a trio?
I think he's got them all a bit confused about what he was doing there. And I'll be honest, I don't think he knew what he was doing himself.
Winston is playing a very good tactic that we do see sometimes, where he doesn't know what he's doing, which means the enemy cannot predict his movement.
Exactly. It can be very hard to follow somebody that has no plan.
Air 1 goes for fuel and Air 1 is not on me. I want every single one of you to start pitting the fuckers off of me.
Yes, so next time, guys, you heard it here. Next time Air 1 goes for fuel, he would like the units pitting off him. And as we can see here at home, Air 1 is still at 3/4 worth of a tank. So Winston
is not going nowhere.
Yeah, Winston needs to start to drive, keep up the speed, make the turns, and just show this Air 1, you know, what he's made of. He needs to make this helicopter use its fuel, because without that, I feel, you know, there might be some smoking starting within that meth car very soon.
100%. I think we're looking at around 2 to 3 stalls currently, if not maybe one more.
Okay. I mean, I think is he just to fact check, how many stalls is he currently on? I believe it's 1. I do believe it's 1, but can we just get the adjudicators just to come forward with the facts?
Stall? No, he must have had multiple.
I do believe the car on the Great Ocean the Great Ocean Highway caused 1. I'm being told at least 7. I don't know if that is a true number.
Over the airwaves, we've got at least 7.
I don't know if that is true.
Fuck. Okay. I'm tagging you in, Ved.
Oh, Ved has been tagged in.
Oh, so Ved wasn't actually tagged in originally.
Ved was spending most of his time where he usually is, which is the bench, which is unbelievable, to be quite honest.
I'll be honest, guys. When the guys that have been tagged in get pulled in closer to interject, we see Tommy Cruiser there completely wiping out Den Shiesty.
Yes.
A bit of confusion going on there with what is the car and what isn't the car.
Winston is continually sending right now. He did have quite a collision just a moment ago.
Yeah, Adam is...
We do need to remind ourselves, he is not fastened into that vehicle and he is not wearing
Yeah, he's still not wearing the seatbelt, unfortunately. I mean, I am very surprised that collision on Great Ocean did not... we did not see some... I'm not really sure what this move is called.
What was that? Was he attempting to tuck there?
That might have been a... I'm not really quite sure, but I've never seen a successful tuck at 10 miles per hour.
But I think he needs a little
bit more distance.
He wants to pull that one off.
Unfortunately, when the car is on your right on your arse, that is not necessarily the right move for the occasion. We see Winston panicking now. Patar is asking for comms. You see Adam inserting the occasional comment as well, which is going to start to push him over the edge the deeper we get into this meth run.
I believe doubt is starting to form within Winston's mind here. You know, he's tried everything that he's thought about. He's done his main plans, and I think now we're seeing Winston, freestyling right now. He's going off the dome. He's going as he goes.
I think he's done a casino jump, so in his mind he's good for that. I honestly... Like I say, then this is no hate to the boy. You know, we've got a lot of love for Winston. I don't believe that racing lines are at the forefront of his mind right now. I mean, I just think he's in panic mode. So he potentially would have been boxed there.
He knows that he's got Dean so cool chasing him, and he wanted to give him flashbacks to something he's got. He's gone straight to the bench, mate. He sent it to the bench.
Straight into the bench, yes. Basically, what that was that was actually a tactic. So you people at home might not understand what that was. That was a bit of mind games from Winston, because as you know, Dean So-Called does also play Dean. What Winston's plan was there was to hit that bench, just to saying, this is what you used to have, with us, and he hit the bench. Oh no.
We have 3 out of our 4 interceptors currently at H&O. Meaning none of them can communicate that Air 1 has gone for fuel because they are underground. This is pivotal
Tommy Cruiser has just said it's not on you right now. He has just said it's not on you right now.
I'm taking casino jump.
We have the com. We have the com.
I want you guys to be able.
So we do currently have Adam and Matt having a deep in conversation. We have Ved doing U-turns nowhere near the car that's being chased. We have Winston potentially boxed on the stairs.
Oh, he has gone off the side of the line. He might be flipped again here.
No, he's fine. Air 1 is currently refueling.
Back out.
Mr. Cruiser is waiting for any call. But unfortunately,
slightly misdirection here. He's not looking like he knows where he's going.
Set up Winston
his
special.
Texture pack, his graphics mod is as dark as it could be.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, it's very hard to make out what is going on.
Yeah.
You know,
it seems Cruiser likes to play with his eyes squinted.
Yes, I think he must have a very large monitor, or it's something that we're not realizing here. So Matt,
an amazing jump.
Unfortunately, followed by Suarez and Shiesty by the looks of that. Matt is starting to giggle at the thought of Winston raging.
He is upset.
Ash, what are you saying?
On him currently, as he is VCB.
Love you too. It's all love. It's all good fun.
We're coming, Winston.
There is all ground units, but unfortunately, we now have Air 1 back on Winston.
He's gone for an ankle brake on Air 1, something that doesn't tend to work.
The problem is, unfortunately, what Winston needs to understand is these pilots will fly this Air 1 rigorously throughout the day, 7 days a week. I'm not sure if you've ever experienced the controls of Air 1, but it is a lot more nimble than the helicopters that criminals are, how should we say? It is actually quite a devious bit of equipment that can, if you look at the turns he's doing.
We're looking at is quite serious. Winston has indeed flipped
Del Perro freeway.
This time, I don't see any leeway.
I really do not see
I'm flipped.
I don't see. Yeah, I don't see a point here.
Which part of the
Shiesty has drawn for a cigarette.
Jump onto the highway from the close to Cerebrus.
I think for Den Shiesty is quite.
Quick, don't let it be over.
Cruiser's going for the flip.
Suarez gone for the spikes. He fumbled the spikes. He has fumbled the spikes. Suarez going for the spike special.
Something we don't see often.
I'm not sure whether I don't know whether that was Suarez or somebody. It looks very like him that was working for CPD. I'm not quite sure.
May have been if it was spikes, we would assume CPD.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I think what we'll do is we won't watch that back. We'll just assume that maybe there's a different operating procedure, or maybe Suarez has spent the day with a different officer, you know what I mean?
He might ride along with a CPD.
Exactly. That is the classic. So as we can see here, we can see Suarez being shunted by Ved. In Winston's desperate attempt to...
Winston with a devious top.
Oh my God, he's actually... he's currently...
He has been spotted once more.
He was... Air 1 has actually...
What is Air 1 doing?
Regained visual. The thing is here, I think... Oh no.
He is smoking.
He has been...
very close
he has been head-on by...
This is serious now.
This is
serious. Black smoke, may I add.
Unfortunately now, yeah. He has a deep red engine light. They are going for spikes. I think the only thing they can do here, and through the leniency that we've seen from the police officers...
Yeah, it's on me. It's on me. I mean, I asked for you to tell me when
I think we need a repair. I really think we do need a repair.
Without a doubt. They're going to have to make a decision here. Do they go for the repair kit?
I think let's wait and see. I think I mean, up for contention is obviously the MVP of this run. I think Cruiser has been extremely valuable, performing 2 flips for the vehicle. Obviously, pits have started on the officers, so it's only fair to expect that pits are going to start on the car.
Can't you see I'm smoking already?
How are you going to repair the car?
He has mentioned the car repair.
I want you to block red garage.
He wants to block a red garage. He's going to go for the repair. This is the most insane thing I think I've heard Winston say.
Okay, unfortunately, I think the car may be out.
Yeah, I'm out. I need a
vehicle's out. He's not made it to red garage.
I think
Get in the Ved's car, yeah, get in the Ved's car.
You know, maybe
That is the best car.
Oh, Ved's gone for a devious pit to exit the scene.
Okay, Ved showing them
Fuck
that,
you,
you know, he is not to be messed with there. Adam with the M2, causing some serious grief to Suarez, as he normally does.
Without a doubt. Suarez is looking to be getting just...
Yeah, I feel there is, with no doubt that Suarez now knows that is Adam Mr. Barbara in that vehicle. As you can see him jumping out with the spikes in return to the continuous ramming.
Completely alone is easier.
It looks like
We
here...
have got Winston now claiming that he believes if he was to do that meth run completely isolated and by himself, it would have been easier. That was a statement that he just
So
made.
is he accusing the people that he had working with him of actually being a hindrance to the run?
I would like to just remind the viewers at home that if it wasn't for the help, he would have flipped around 4 minutes into
well, I think 4 minutes is highly generous. I think after he picked up the goods, I think it was probably about 45 seconds, unfortunately, where the car came to a standstill. So, you know,
going southbound.
Obviously, this isn't over. Yeah, obviously, this isn't over. We have Ved trying to drive the valuable goods out of there. Suarez and Den obviously wanting to catch Mr. Bolt for the bag. Air 1 obviously following it at a distance now.
I'm hearing on the earpiece that Air 1 did just hit a stunt. I don't know what it was. I wasn't looking. Okay. But apparently it was a stunt of some sort.
Okay, so we have Cosmic actually performing aerial acrobatics mid-meth run. You know, he's clearly not really struggling to keep up with any of this driving today. You know, and therefore, you know what I mean? He's having the time of his life.
He is. He looks like he's enjoying it maybe a little too much, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody can hear us from Air 1, you know, he will, like I said, we will make sure that he gets credit for any more stunts. If anybody can let us know if they're up and coming, we will make sure that we feature them on the main screen.
Yes, without a doubt.
No. I believe, you know, special. Jumping up
credit where credit's due, you know. Winston came in with a great mindset.
We only have one unit.
He fell victim to a small ramp on the side of the sandy to Route 68 exit. It happens to the best of us, you know. It does.
How do you guys run away?
Okay, just to
we are on fudge lane.
Just to mention here, we currently
Winston, I got these cups
have Patar being followed in his Rolls Royce, claiming to have 6 cops on him. Mr.
0 units.
I don't believe he's got any cops on him. I actually think he's
we are taking
a spanner in the works we're faced with here.
Moses special. Never mind.
Ved
has done the
vehicle.
Yeah,
a kickflip.
That was it. Yeah, he's actually.
Has never looked so promising.
He nearly, you know, he was trying to. I don't know whether that was an intentional bait, but it's definitely, you know.
Are we about to see Patar pull up to a secret gun
No, El Rancho Boulevard going northbound.
Mid-Metro.
We got Air 1 on us.
Mid-Metro.
So we have Mr. Belush with his briefcase out,
I have no idea what the fuck.
walking over to
Park
a mystery guy
northbound.
who seems to be.
picking up?
Guys, what do you think it is?
Okay.
Yeah, it's been like that every
He's
single
picking
time.
up
It's been like 30
syringes
seconds
of heroin.
back.
And guys, that heroin brings me to a quick little interjection from our sponsor today. I'm not sure if you are aware, but this $1 million meth run challenge is actually sponsored by Gold Rush. If you have any gold, you have any nuggets that you want to sell, please make sure you call our Gold Rush representatives that are available in the city every single day. Cha-ching.
100%. You will find them on the yellow pages. Obviously, Gold Rush, great company, independent company, started from the bottom. You know,
now we're here.
It's a real self-startup, you know.
Exactly.
If you guys wouldn't mind supporting, you know, great organisation. Money gold is invested into many great promising things.
Like heroin, deagles, etc. Unfortunately, like I say, there is a lot of money within Gold Rush right now. Hence why it has been used for various activities. You know, and we will be forever grateful of the amount of I suppose fun that Gold Rush has allowed us to take here. So you know, you might know sponsors such as Steak, all these other companies, but Gold Rush has definitely pulled it home for the boys. You know, in allowing us to.
Matthew Antov is being pit by an unknown interference vehicle.
So there is a blacked out unknown interference vehicle that is currently smoking. We currently have Adam Abobwa chanting at Ved to hopefully that he crumbles under the pressure.
Must I add, Air 1 is looking at about half fuel here.
Okay, perfect. So, flipping back to the POVs here, we have Hair 1 currently on half fuel. As we see, he's very high in the sky. He's not having any trouble following any maneuvers that this Evo is pulling off right now. I do believe...
Took a phone call mid-chase. Can we add?
He did take a phone call mid-chase.
Just take a phone call mid-chase.
Yeah, unfortunately, Yeah, unfortunately, I don't feel like any of the cops are really being tested to their true ability right now, unfortunately.
Guys, I just PCB'd my cops. You guys are so shit. How are you guys not PCBing them already?
I know,
we have the heli on us.
Okay, Patar's adding some real constructive criticism.
Exactly there. I'm sure Ved appreciates that. The Evo is 2-man deep. Obviously, we all know it is on the slower end for an S-class vehicle. So it will rely on pure driving ability to get them out of here. Where necessarily Ved isn't the best driver on paper, we have seen him pull off some incredible feats. Winston, they're claiming he does not want to shoot. Air 1 has pulled off for a refuel with one unit. One unit
has nearly head-on there.
Nearly head-on the racer, which also nearly took out Den Shiesty, but managed to evade both of the vehicles. So basically, we only...
Ved has been heavily head-on.
So they are driving currently head-on to a race. Suarez is flipped by a racer.
Olympic Freeway going westbound. We ran into a fucking race.
Den Shiesty is still on the
currently
end.
running into PD. Is Air 1 falling off the trees?
I think Air 1 might.
Yeah,
I think he might be having a quick lunch break.
He's looking through his eyes. He's on a mission.
Yeah, I think maybe he just doesn't see the need for his services maybe during this run. Maybe he's
Antov has tackled his vehicle and it's now crushed him. Matthew Antov has been crushed by his vehicle.
Unfortunately, this is the day that we say, farewell to Mr. Antov, as he has...
Antov has been crushed by a 2-ton BMW M3.
And just to note that he managed to do it to himself, guys. It wasn't an accident.
No one else was present. It was just him.
Yeah. So now everybody's going to... Mr. Abobwa with the pit that he is so much known for. One unit still on, though, not being enough as they plow through the M2.
Distance whatsoever. Air 1 is coming back up to the refuel station with cash now because he didn't have cash before.
Oh, exactly. So that's what happened there. So Air 1 was pretty much caught off guard. We see...
Which we would just like to add, the police are deeply underfunded.
Exactly. So, guys, this is good for them. We're doing something for the community. Ved has completely fumbled here. I do believe he's crumbling under the pressure.
My profanity, but he has fucked.
Yes, he's crumbling under the pressure. And let's be honest, we do want to make sure that we realise how much we appreciate the police force for being as lenient as they have been. Winston is going off at Matthew. He has removed him.
Brother, what do you want me to tell you, man? We're fucking all over the place.
Not only has he been handing out repair kits to police officers mid-chase, he has now been banished by Winston.
He has been banished by Winston. Patar is currently still dealing with his grinders, I believe, is what we're looking at here.
Patar is buying the massive amounts of materials and gold dust that he's not been able to purchase during EU.
We now understand why this man has such money, because when his boys are in danger, he's doing deals.
This takes me back to one of the first meth runs I ever commentated, and it was the first one actually. We had Moses on that run, and he was actually conversing with Boris the Russian bear while the meth run was taking place. Also followed by a few runs which we had Mr. Sparky Kane and Matthew Antov continuously pitting each other during the run, which was very amusing for the viewers back home.
Yes.
So, you know, Patar doing this isn't out of the ordinary. This is something to expect from a MDM meth run. But remember, this is a $1 million challenge sponsored by Gold Rush, and thank you everybody at home for watching this. Ved is currently still trying to VCB cops. Unfortunately, I do not think at any point in this drive yet has he actually lost the police.
I don't believe he has ever breathed the words VCB.
No, I don't think contact is.
I don't think Ved has ever said the words on VCB.
Yeah, I unfortunately think him trying to do a straight in that car with Winston present, him topping out at 130 miles per hour with them.
Getting in the earpiece. Winston is driving.
Fuck it, I'm gonna do Winston special.
Is Winston driving?
Okay.
Winston's driving.
We currently have Winston driving. We have Suarez with an engine light and smoking. Suarez heading back to PD, or is he trying to run parallel? He's trying to run parallel. He's not going for a repair.
He's in Tokyo.
Winston has clearly watched a few Fast and Furious movies before this run and taken some inspiration for that turn.
You wouldn't see him hit the handbrake like that otherwise.
The harness has now been put on. That flailing pit there from Suarez, unfortunately, was a swing in the dark and missed. He is actually he actually broke Suarez's ankles there, but I do believe that he's down to the engine light on his vehicle.
Vehicle may be out here. No, vehicle's still up.
It's
not looking good.
He has performed unfortunately at the end of this run. I am going to have to rename the Winston Special. I feel like he's actually hitting the Winston Special again. Sources just in.
He's sending it. Oh, this is not a good look. Oh, he's nosedive.
The car is out. The car is out. The car is out.
The vehicle is out from the special.
He needs to get in Adam's car. He needs to get in another car. He's in Mr. Cruz's vehicle. He has been tased, but the door has held him in. Suarez on foot there with the tase. They are still now following Mr. Cruiser, who does appear to have instantly VCB'd. But no, Air One still has eyes. I repeat, Air One still has eyes. Cha-ching. Casterman is Casterman is looking for this cash, you know. They do call him Casterman, but you know today he's thinking he wants to become the Cashterman, if you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Well said. Well said.
So we have Den potentially trying to run parallel. Obviously getting completely
smoking also, just to add.
Yeah, Suarez is smoking. I don't know whether he will take an opportunity to potentially repair kit here. You know, and
okay, we're gonna try to take Air One out over there.
Okay, so Winston has resorted to potentially taking Air One out. Adam is laughing.
It's gonna be too late.
Vaguely about this at the beginning of this run. We said,
do we
believe it's going to get drawn to shooting?
If we take one out,
so
it might be what we fear.
Just a quick, this might have been what we said from the start. Just a quick little update. We have Ved currently with Adam in the M2. We have Cruiser and Winston still in the black muscle car. We have Matthew that has been relegated from the chase, still in his BMW.
I don't believe I have seen Matthew do anything than be crushed by a vehicle and hand a repair kit to the fence.
Pataris just performed some kind of 360 down Vinewood, and he has rejoined in his Porsche. So the Rolls Royce was purely for heroin collection, and we can see now he's getting very vocal on the radio about a casino jump. When unfortunately,
might we add, very far from the casino.
Yeah, they are extremely far from the casino. Air One still sticking on with pretty much 2/3.
Tunnel method here.
That's all I'm saying. That's all the help I'm getting.
Okay,
he's going in the tunnel.
We can blast him here.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna.
Okay,
it's practically landed in the tunnel.
Look at that superior flying there.
Now's the chance.
Shut the fuck up, Winston.
Oh, Cruiser! Cruiser!
Winston to shut the fuck up on his method, might I add.
Is Winston going to demand Cruiser out of the vehicle?
Winston, give him the fucking update.
Oh, this
This could end back. You know, Winston.
They're repairing.
Winston might. So Cruiser is currently given false information on this run. Unfortunately, this is not normally what we accept in the $1 million meth run challenge. There appears to be a bit of collusion going on here with one of the other members of the MDM trying to take charge of the situation.
We are also back at H&O, might I add. We have Adam, Patar, and Matt all at H&O, meaning there is currently 0 interference vehicles to help Cruiser and Winston.
Perfect. So we currently have Ved's car, which has been impounded once again. I mean, that is pretty much a standard that we always see from these runs.
We do call that Ved special.
As we can see, if you're looking at Mr. Bolt's screen right now, you can see the beautiful mod pack that he has on, showing us the northern lights as they ride into the distance, with 2 interceptors that have regained eyes and Air 1 currently. Unfortunately,
0 comms on the radio also because they are out of range because of how far away they are.
They are out of range and in H&O.
Yeah.
Patar is getting G&E sticks.
Are they in a rush?
Air 1 should have to
Patar is on foot currently.
It's going to take him longer.
So Ved, Justin, Ved is actually calling. Is that Georgia?
Oh, he's.
Ved has checked out of the challenge.
The Georgia audio here. Let's get the audio.
Let's get the audio.
Silence in the office.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wait, how long has it been?
Since last storm.
Wait, so it takes you 3... Wait, how many runs did it take you? Does it usually take you?
Okay, so, well, Lily, how long would you say we started?
Monday, you're good to go.
Thank you so much. Yo, Matt, why your car's repaired? Why are you not going?
Yeah, almost an hour after
his isn't.
tsunami. So yeah, it's been like an hour, and we still have one
Adam, I
left.
picked up 15 more
No.
syringes if you need it.
How long?
I'm gonna go get a syringe and I think
Like an hour for 3.
I've got a syringe. I've got citrine as well.
So what are you up to?
Listen, I can't lie. This.
We're doing a $1 million meth run.
So
Winston's
is this Ved checking out of the challenge?
What?
Ved, come on.
Oh,
Denzel,
Winston?
I must add here. Am I the only one in the studio
so what
with
does
my
that
toes
entail?
curled up?
Yeah, I mean, I've heard less awkward conversations between myself and a funeral director.
well.
I'll be honest.
Yes, yeah.
probably
I believe the
go back
dead
to the
person and the
announcement.
funeral director may have had a better discussion than what we are witnessing.
Yes,
Be honest with you.
In my yard.
you know, this does bring a few concerns for myself, and I'm sure it does for you as well. That when it may be our turn to complete this challenge,
we may not be dealing with the best of backup.
yeah, will people check out midway through? I think Adam is definitely here for the cause. His car has been used, you know, to demolish many a cop vehicle. He is currently griefing Winston, adding to the adding to the tension.
Matthew is now retreating to get some heroin. So it's looking like this could turn ugly real fast.
Yeah, I do believe they are going off-road past the vineyard. Cruiser, I do believe in his driving. That may have been.
I think that is Cruiser
driving, that may have been a bit of a controversial move, like you say. Not many people would agree with that. The racers watching at home definitely would not have seen that as an optimal move.
Farmers.
Yeah, exactly. So
we are not responsible for any damage to any plants, any wildlife.
We absolutely do not condone the use of, you know, vineyards for getaway during $1 million meth run. That is not something we promote.
Suarez out and on the phone.
Suarez is currently on the phone with, I have no idea. So he is. we are VCB.
Yellow pages calling for a tow.
He's completely out. Suarez is actually out of this chase. Air 1. So Air 1 is 1/3 fuel. The pilot appears to be very hungry. And
I need one as well.
Den is trying to follow very incognito right now. He is using the Suarez special.
Dare I say it?
I know they had like dead in your car.
This could be the moment.
This, in fact,
Air 1 is a 3rd fuel, and might I add, extremely pitch.
Yeah, exactly. So he needs to make the decision here. You know, does he continue to pursue this vehicle, or does he land at Maldini's? You know, because at this point, when you're feeling that hungry, you know, it can become. you know, a bit of a problem. It's going to start to affect his driving. You know, he's going to start to feel slightly faint. He's not going to be able to perform the maneuvers that he once was doing with ease.
We are going on Palomino Freeway.
But at the end of the day, Cruiser needs to pull off now. Something. Also, yeah, that's all I would say.
We're out. I think, we're good. No Air 1.
It's not looking great.
They think they're out with no Air 1.
No, where?
Oh, they believe they don't have Air 1. That is a crucial error.
Yeah, Cruiser has spotted it. Winston thinks they don't. Den is extremely close. I do not think it will be. Well, Den is fully centered.
1 second.
Den has made a critical.
It's breaking off. It's breaking off. It's breaking off.
Yeah. They are actually VCB.
We are VCB. We are VCB. We are going Sonora.
So Den took a wrong turn there. He didn't follow them towards the city.
I told you guys to head to Palomino. Why you keep
Air 1 went for a refuel. Air 1 went for a refuel there.
Matthew, can you explain something?
You notice it's red fuel now.
Why you keep asking me what to do?
Is there any way? There is no way here that he regains eyes. There is absolutely no way here that he regains eyes.
This is not something that we anticipated.
The car is behind the police car.
Heading southbound.
Oh my goodness.
They are passing.
They are about
Den.
to pull out onto each other.
They are going to merge into the same lane of traffic. Den is actually ahead. He needs to keep the momentum. He needs to keep going.
Yeah, he's still on us.
You know, or he is going to.
Cruise is taking the off ramp. He might be good.
We still have Air 1, so we're taking loops, and
they believe they still have Air 1.
Road, going southbound.
They do still have Air 1.
Den has come off the off ramp also. But you know, he's not aiming. He's not aiming in the right direction, or is he? No, he is.
We still have Air 1.
He absolutely is.
We have Ved. Is this Ved queuing for heists currently?
Yeah, Ved is currently queuing for, like I say, queuing for his jobs, making sure that after this run he will not have Mr. Antov.
This is speculation.
It is complete speculation.
Adam apparently called Den.
Right.
And told him where he's at.
Yeah, this is us.
Is that you there?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. Tell him yes.
So Air 1,
that might be it.
Air 1 has not refueled.
When I
so
speak
maybe,
on the radio,
Air 1's looking real low.
No, Air 1 is definitely.
I'm gonna stop.
So Vincent is getting very angry. With
I just like literally 10 seconds ago, I told you Air 1 is still on us.
No, you said it wasn't on you, and then I heard you say, I don't see it, and then you went quiet. That's true.
So,
yeah.
Tell me if Air 1's on me, brother.
What is?
I don't see
what
it.
is
No, it ain't.
I don't see it.
What is
Den let's switch over to Den Shiesty's POV.
Is he fatigued here? We have Suarez, who is actually out of fuel. Correction, not out.
He's trying to roll to Harmony. He's rolling to Harmony gas station.
I need you to push me to the gas station. Push me to the gas station.
No! Den Shiesty is also out of fuel. Both of the lead cars.
We have a multi-fuel outage here. This is something we have never seen on the show.
The budget, unfortunately, must be extremely low. We currently have both of the lead interceptors run out of fuel.
This is unbelievable.
Rolling to a gas station, and also Air 1 going for the refuel.
Bear in mind, Air 1 also has not yet had lunch.
Exactly.
Which also shows the lack of funding behind the company.
So, guys, you know, if you are listening at home today, no, please make sure you you appreciate your local law enforcement workers, because they do it on a budget.
Exactly.
We see here the customer refueling Air 1 at approximately 50% refueled. I mean, that might be a bit of give or take.
They are VCB.
Cruiser and Winston have VCB'd
the issue here we might face is Air 1's back in action.
Air 1 is back in action. If they unfortunately...
We have two pivotal members out. Den and Suarez are no longer involved in this chase.
We are VCB, yeah.
Air 1 is...
Whereabouts? Wait there.
At the Southside Hospital currently.
We can come pick you up.
Right.
Yeah, tell them to,
so Adam is trying to get...
No, don't. Where are you?
We
say Colorful Garage.
Colorful Garage. Colorful Garage.
Adam is
come to Colorful.
snitching now.
Adam is trying to...
Yeah. Rainbow Garage.
Adam is trying to get the cops back on him. Winston's still following through with the ka-chings 1 hour into the chase.
At Rainbow Garage. Wait at Rainbow Garage.
He has given the order to wait at Rainbow Garage, which means we're probably gonna see a sting.
We're gonna see. So there was Cruiser with the line. That is how you drive to get away. Little does he know that Den Shiesty.
Rainbow Garage.
It's the one above Rainbow Garage. It is miles away. He is.
Did you see it lose?
He has fumbled it because unfortunately, Matt has no idea what Adam is doing. He's going up the garage.
We have had something in the earpiece here,
I don't see
which is a possible suggestion. You know,
sure there's a
some
cop
people
going
do
right
know
in there?
Adam Ababa to have a very tight relationship
Penetrating your
with money.
garage.
Yes.
There is a small chance that Ababa is pulling this move, so
Where
he does
you
not
go?
have to pay out for this challenge.
Tell him where
What's
we're
your
going,
thoughts on that, Denzel?
I mean, that could be something that we may have seen. To be honest, with the other run, he still did pay out everybody involved. So, you know,
that's been debunked.
yeah, I do believe the theory that he is doing it so it doesn't come out of his pocket isn't one, even though it would be a very smart move.
Oh, they might have the radio.
Heading on Del Perro. So Cruiser now inserting that they may have the radio. Air 1 is back on, I believe, or is Air 1 lost?
I believe Air 1's on a completely new chase.
So Air 1 has...
Okay, well, where are you?
Yeah, Air 1 has joined a different pursuit, which means, unfortunately,
still.
Cosmic, you will be parting with the
Yes,
multi-POV.
thank you, Cosmic, for your like I say, thank you so much for your participation in the $1 Million MDM Meth Run Challenge. You know, appreciate all the support and excellent driving with Air 1. So.
Great performance from Cosmic.
Great performance.
Then Shiesty at MRPD now. Is he calling off? It looks like he is calling it off.
Good chat, good chat.
Then Shiesty has fallen back to PD. He's no longer involved in the chase.
We do believe
right?
this might be a
No, not really.
a VCB.
You gotta keep it. You've got to keep it up.
We have got Den currently pulling up a multi POV of
Den is currently watching a clip of us.
I mean, you know,
brother,
I don't understand how he can sit there and look so you know, so happy with himself. At the end of the day. Yeah, actually, you know what? This is a shout out to Suarez and Den. They drove to their heart's content. They drove until the fuel was no more.
We do the regular swap, okay?
Do you want to do a mid POV interview with unit involved in the chase, Den Shiesty?
I think we should. I think we should get him in here, and I think we should definitely ask him his thoughts on the chase and you know what his feelings are on you know. Has it fumbled?
My car is out of gas,
Has it fumbled?
so could somebody take this motherfucker so I can fill up?
You've left me in it.
Yeah, jump in my thing. Yeah, jump in my car.
You've left me in there. You left me in there.
Oh, we have to join it.
Yeah, now call. Now call.
What radio are we hopping on? 3 up?
Yeah,
we are in the interview room now. We are
We are waiting for Mr. Den Shiesty to potentially pick up the phone and come live from MRPD with a, I suppose, after-run interview, so he can give us his account and, you know, his opinion.
Please notify him to get in here
on today's run. So please make sure that he, you know, that he joins the call swiftly, so we are able to get this over and done with, and then we will hopefully be able to get some interviews with the other people involved.
Here he is, the man himself, Den Shiesty. Great performance on the chase there. You know, I was unfortunate about the lack of fuel at the end. We just wondered if you had anything to add. We had a couple questions for you if you got some time.
Yeah, so just out of curiosity, so we were just wondering, obviously, about 40 seconds into the meth run, as you'll notice, the meth car was flipped. We saw you stand out of the vehicle, start smoking a cigarette. What was the significance of that? What did that mean? What were you trying to portray there to the driver of that meth car?
What we're trying to portray is that you know, we're out there, you know, us SRE drivers, we're very cool, calm, collected individuals, and we didn't really have to try too hard to get that vehicle. You know, we could have taken that vehicle right then and there, but you know, we decided to give them a chance to see what else their offensive had. Okay,
perfect. So was there at any point today during the $1 million meth run challenge that you did think that you were going to lose that meth car? Be honest with us today.
Multiple times I did believe we were going to lose it. I felt like, you know, we underestimated Mr. Bolt. And I felt like that underestimation against the opponent, I felt like we could have lost them with any little turns, to be honest with you. Very little turns.
Well, I have a question for you here as well, then. Obviously, very early on, we saw Winston end up on his roof. You know, he flipped over. And there was some leeway given there. What was going through your mind when you saw him flipped?
When I saw him flip, it was like, you know what? Let's give this guy a chance. You know, he's a rookie in this driving situation during the meth run. Felt like it was time for him to get a chance to prove himself for MDM. You know. Yeah. And I felt like we did the right thing by not going too hard on him right off the bat.
Yeah, we respected that. You know, we saw that here live. We thought that was a nice move.
One more question before we obviously let you go and get back to the police in the streets of Los Santos. We have seen today that you have driven your car to the point of no more. You know, there was no gas left in the tank. The same with Officer Suarez and the same with Casterman in Air 1. Is there an issue with police funding that does not allow, you know, your vehicles to maintain fuel, or is that something that you were just that dedicated to the chase that you wanted to bring it home?
It was a bit of both. Sorry for cutting you off there, sir. It was a bit of both. I felt like with the Cerberus, the defunding that's going on with the Cerberus company and the Unified Police Department, we are taking a little bit of a hit of a budget cut, especially Cerberus in itself. And it was just the integrity of trying to get this chase closed out. You know, the opponents gave us a good battle.
Yep.
And they had their heads on straight. And we tried our best, but we did come out with the meth car.
Okay,
again.
Perfect. Like I say, so Mr. Shiesty, we appreciate you. This run is actually sponsored by Gold Rush. So if we could just get a cha-ching from yourself to end this call off. And like I say, thank you very much for participation. Yeah, and we'll see you on the next one.
All righty, you guys take care, okay? Woo, boy, the sky!
He didn't do the cha-ching.
He didn't do the cha-ching. It's fine. We'll let him off. We'll let him off. Right, let's go back.
We'll let him off with the cha-ching.
Yeah, let's go back.
Matthew Antov has closed his eyes, so we're going to need a post-match analysis from the other side now. Should we get Winston himself in here?
I think we should. I think we should definitely...
it's time that we get Winston into here. Let's get Winston in here. Let me get him involved. We're going to get him in the call.
The problem is we're going to...
been added.
Yeah, we need to... we might keep calling Mr. Shiesty. That's the only problems with us doing it this way.
I only called Iron.
Okay.
Man like Iron Monkey. If you, man, could go and let him know the call awaits, we'll get him in here and we'll get a little interview. This one we've been waiting for. We got a lot of questions for Winston. All right.
This is definitely the man of the hour. You know, as you say it, the most, how should we say it, the most anticipated run that we've probably seen so far. I mean, we all had doubts about Ved, but I think we knew he was capable of pulling it off. I think there was a lot of doubters at home for this run. Maybe it didn't go the way that everybody was expecting today. Maybe they thought it would have ended a lot sooner than it did.
Well, most definitely. I feel like people assumed, you know, the worst for Winston when we saw that flip.
Yeah,
it was dangerous.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and let's not forget that flip was the first of two. You know, so they
have a last-minute impound attempt.
Last-minute impound attempt.
That's what it's looking like. It looks like they're heading to the impound right now. Don't know what vehicle they're aiming to retrieve.
I believe this might be Ved's Evo. This could be a possibility here.
This could be an Evo snatch. Something that is not rare for the Mandem. You know, the Mandem do like to snatch from the impound. It is.
Yeah, it has been. It has been noted. It has something that has been done before. I'm not sure the timing is going to... I'll be honest. I'm sure you're aware of the Lamborghini that got stolen back. That timing could not have been any more impeccable. And I'm sure you agree.
Oh, without a doubt.
So we have a meth run vehicle and
an
Evo.
On the back of a truck. They've peaked too early.
Yeah, they unfortunately have... The meth run vehicle is actually off the truck. Is this a... Is he trying to... So, unfortunately, the meth car has been repaired.
Ved is going for the vehicle. He's in the vehicle.
I don't think Ved's car has been repaired.
There's a cop in the car with him.
There's a cop in the car with him. If Mr. Bolt was there, I do believe he could have retrieved the meth vehicle.
Is there a cop in his car? No, there is not.
No, I don't. I think the cop thought about it, but he managed to not did not make it in. So he's stopping very close by to go for the repair, and we have seen here
he has not gone very far at all.
No, we have seen a good attempt by Ved, in fairness, to actually get the vehicle. So it seems to me that these cars are a lot easier to retrieve now that the impounders have fact moved spaces.
Without a doubt, it's so much harder, I add, for the feds to hold this area down now.
Exactly.
You know?
So you know what, we have seen numerous MDM cars falling out of the clutches of the cops over a multitude of days. Will the impound lot be moved? Is that something that we will see?
Great question we have heard from Denzel there. There is a possibility that that could be done. That is something that is not unlikely. We could while we're waiting on Winston, we could bring Suarez in here.
I mean, if we can get him in, I think it's a perfect time to ask him kind of how he was feeling.
We have the man himself, Winston, in the building. Winston, how are you?
Hello there, Mr. Bolt. How are you doing? Welcome to the studio.
Welcome to the studio. Lovely, mate. We loved watching it. It was great. We want to get some of your thoughts. We got some questions for you.
Did you watch it from the POV? Like, did you see what was going on?
We saw every single angle.
Everyone.
There is nothing. Patar is currently.
Let's
Sorry.
conduct the interview. We'll come back to Patar. He is injecting heroin currently.
Oh dear.
He's injecting heroin.
And he's pulled a gun out. Hold on. Okay, continue. Sorry about that, Winston. I have a question for you. Obviously, off the bat, you hit a small flip. Little flip up in Sandy. I want to know what was going through your head at that moment when the car was flipped and, you were seeing upside down. What was the thought process?
If you want me to be honest with you, brother, completely honest, my brain froze going into the turn. And when my brain unfreeze, I'm on my roof.
Right, okay. So you're saying it was kind of like an out-of-body experience, it wasn't,
100%.
The adrenaline was flowing, the cleaning products, were in the back of the car, the lights were flashing, and, it just, everything was different. Just another quick question. So we saw, the order in which you brought people in. We actually saw you bring in Mr. Antov very, very early. But we also saw you relegate him mid-run. Can you explain why that was? Can you explain why you would have relegated him if it was a possibility?
Because of him, he have a tendency. He's very young to start with. So I don't think it's personal. I think it's just sometimes his SPS brain takes the overhand. I don't think he can control it. But when he gets into the mood, especially when it's somebody he can do that to, he definitely will. And I feel like he wasn't completely 100% serious. You feel me?
Okay.
I could tell him what to do. And after 30, no, not even 30, after 5 seconds, he will ask me, what do you want us to do? Where do you want me? Like adding extra stress to me, even though I've been calling out what I want him to do.
We have sources that, we obviously were watching all points of view.
Yes.
And obviously what you are saying here does ring true in certain aspects, because 30 seconds after you being reflipped, we witnessed Mr. Antov giving repair kits to police officers.
Oh, we did.
No shot.
He handed a repair kit to Tracy Martel. And she repaired with the repair kit he handed. Not only this, but I must add, just to let you know, Ved Jiggy Joggaloo, mid-chase, took a phone call to Georgia. It did happen.
No shot.
It happened.
It
did indeed happen.
There was numerous times in which, you could have potentially lost the vehicle. But
I got to say something.
Go on, Winston.
I did terrible. That's during my years in Los Santos, that must have been one of my biggest failures.
No, Winston.
But but listen up. I'm coming to the point.
Okay.
The thing is, it's not a skill thing. It's just a thing of first not knowing how the thing works. Like I'm not certain where I need to go, what I need to do, and how it works. Like after doing it 1 or 2 times, you know the drill. You know when you can expect the Pigafarians to show up. You can expect what's coming for you. When you have no fucking idea, you have that in the back of your mind. You need to figure out how to lose Air 1. You need to lose the air vehicles, the ground units. I mean, you also need to tell everybody what to do. You need to keep saying cha-ching. It was just a lot at the same time
And just a quick one. I hear you do mention cha-ching, and that is just a quick shout out to our sponsors, which were Gold Rush, once again for the $1 million veteran challenge. We are very grateful that we were able to provide you this event. Obviously, you say the mechanics are what threw you off. We saw, you showed us quite early on how of a nice-natured person you are, and how you never want to take too much. You're always willing to take just what you need and give. We saw that when you only took 2 bottles of the cleaning product. We saw that you didn't want to take the full 10 bottles. We were aware of that, and that is because of your nature.
Actually, I'm gonna be honest with you. Since I didn't receive an email, so every time he told me to do something, and I went there to do it, I always got an update. So taking 1, taking 2, and I still didn't get an update. So I went back and checked. Maybe I need to do it a few times so he gives me something else. But after doing it a couple of times, he then told me what to do next.
Okay, I have some last-minute information for you, Winston. Okay.
Wow. More drama.
During your chase,
yes,
there was multiple times where the police were tipped off to your location.
No.
By none other than Adam Ababwa.
You're lying to me.
So there may have been a reason why he was so irate when you left the Rainbow Garage as early as you did, due to numerous units on the way to that location after being tipped off.
And cherry on the top, the tar did fall off the chase to pick up heroin mid-chase and told you he had 6 units on him when he did not.
That is amazing.
So it is also quite funny that at the end of that run we heard you make a comment and come to the conclusion that you would have been better doing the run on your own.
100%. I would have been better doing the run.
Obviously,
alone,
with everything
100%.
that we have told you now, do you still obviously do you believe that, and do you believe fully that you would have performed better without, I suppose, the interference of other members of the
Mando?
Mando?
Why is that also? Give us a reason as to why.
Yes, I will tell you. When you get older, you start to know in yourself, I am 36 years old. I'm approaching 60, right? But this failure, I know what it is. I have this in life. Once you get older, you get to know yourself. So I know this about myself. I cannot, for example, play a video game and on my second monitor watch a game going on of League of Legends. I can't do that. It's impossible. I either focus on my game or I watch the fucking game. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Same thing here, brother. If I'm alone, I can concentrate and focus 100%. I tunnel vision and I always succeed. My tunnel vision is extreme, man. Extreme. So when it comes to having a lot of fucking balls in the air and trying to catch them all at once, losing air one, losing the ground units, telling everybody what to do, who to tag in, remember to say cha-ching, remember how does the Metron want, all those things together. If I were on my ones, I would just focus on losing them and losing them when Air 1 is gone. I wouldn't have to count on anybody to tell me when Air 1 is gone. I need to keep track of it myself. You feel me? I felt like they gave me the information of Air 1 2 or 3 times way too late. But that's on me not telling them to. I told them to go repair it and so on and so forth. So, yeah, I'm rusty when it comes to telling people what to do because I've been following for so long.
You know what, Winston, above everything, we appreciate you.
Thank you.
You killed it. You did what you did. Doesn't matter how you feel you performed. You didn't go to prison. You came out the other side and you're here. You're alive. It was a great effort.
And on light of that, like I say, the amount of entertainment that you provided us and the people at home, it was unmatched. This run surpassed the last one. It was everything that we wanted to see. And sometimes succeeding isn't necessarily the best outcome. You learn a lot, and I'm sure we will see you again, Winston, for the $1 million Metron challenge.
I will adapt, and I will try to widen my vision and not tunnel so much next time. If there is a next one, I'm not gonna participate because of how it went. But anyway, in case, so yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Winston.
Thank you for taking your
appreciate
time.
you.
Thank you. I love your show, by the way. I watch every Friday. Every Friday, brother. Me and my family, we sit in the car. Oh, it's getting out the podcast. Oh shit, they're gonna interview somebody who's dumb fuck failed now. So and now I'm on it. I'm feeling hello, mama. Hello, father. God bless. Cool. Okay.
No problem at all, Winston. Thank you very much for
We're
coming
happy
through.
to give you the platform. You take care, okay?
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. I love you. I love you so much, so much. So keep doing what you do. We all love you.
Love you too, brother. Take care.
Thank you, Winston. Thank you, Winston. Fucking hell, that was a bit much at the end.
I guess so, yeah. I thought
I got a little much there.
I thought I said love you just to get him out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we had to get him gone there. But anyway, Denzel, what a show!
What a show! I mean,
show we are faced with today.
I don't know whether you're watching the I suppose the aftermath now. I mean, we saw while we were speaking to Winston, Patar taking heroin, and then quite easily VC being the police. I think what we are.
It was quite the unnecessary use of heroin.
Yeah, I think you know, I mean, when is it necessary? I suppose that's what people will be asking.
Yeah, true.
But as we can see now, the boys are relaxing, surveying potentially new territory.
Yeah, I think it's
so
it was conducted beautifully, and I think that's what we call a wrap.
I
in the industry.
I think that is a wrap, and like I say, guys,
that is what we call a wrap.
Everybody at home, I appreciate you you being here and watching with us today. This is the $1 Million Meth Run Challenge, sponsored by Gold Rush. My name is Defaced.
We are getting a last-minute entry. Matthew Antov is in the chat room, and he wants to be added to the call.
Oh, okay. I'm sure we can.
You can see if he has anything valuable to add. I can tell you from early, he probably doesn't.
Yeah, I mean,
we're adding into the call nonetheless.
Maybe ask questions about his intention and kind of what he would, you know what I mean? I suppose what what he was hoping to happen by providing the police with repair kits. Hello, is that Matthew Antov? Hello, can you hear us? How's the connection? How's the connection?
Hello, Matthew. Yeah, we can hear you. The connection's fine. The connection's fine.
All good connection.
You can hear me? Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, the connection's good.
Actually, we just stand up and hold it to the left. It's gone a bit
Okay, holding it to the left.
Yeah.
It's good.
Perfect,
yeah, that's great. That's how we want it, like that.
Yeah, the whole time.
So my post-match analysis of the whole meth run. I feel like
I think we're having a little
technical issue.
Connection issue here.
Yeah, I do believe it's very windy where our representative currently, our correspondent, is in a windy area.
We might have to call you back here. Matt, we still got you?
Hello.
There you go. Yeah. Did you go through a tunnel by any chance?
Yeah, I think we had a.
Yeah, it's because I moved it to the left. I actually have a road. On my left.
Okay. An area of interference. That's absolutely fine.
No worries whatsoever.
So post-match analysis. Winston, the morale was there. The communication you just want, and neither was the driving. Honestly, poor performance. We did in total around 4 Winston specials. I just don't think it was adequate.
To add, one of the Winston specials did put the vehicle out. We must.
Yeah.
say.
So the Winston special was the last Winston special was the end of the run, Matthew. So I understand you're coming here and saying you didn't think it was an adequate amount of specials. That no more were able to be performed at the end of the final special. So just before you speak, obviously we've already had Mr. Bolton here, and he's spoke about, I suppose, the things that made the run took a turn for the worse for himself, and he has he mentioned yourself as being one of the main indicators for
he blamed you. I will be honest with you, Matt. He spun it on you, and he said it's your fault, and that he tried to sit you out of the run, but he wasn't allowed.
Yeah.
Do you have any comment on that?
So yeah, his accusation was correct. He did try and sit me out of the run, but unfortunately the meth run was already over at that point because he crumbled and fumbled. But moving on past that swiftly.
But why do you think he wanted to sit you out of the run? What may you have done which has made him come to that conclusion that he wanted you gone from all form of communication?
I think he knew I was pointing out his weaknesses and making it evident to everyone he is a flopper.
So you were
Okay.
That word has been chucked around quite frequently today.
That's quite a statement.
Yeah, so
I do have another question. At one point, we was watching the GoPro footage, and we did see you rugby tackle a motor vehicle, and it then land on your head. I just wanted to ask how you're feeling after the fact. If you're in good health, have you recovered? It looked quite painful, so we just wanted to check in and make sure.
Yeah, we're also very you know, we're very, I suppose, intrigued on how you managed to pull that off yourself. You know, we were certain there was almost somebody around, but then we realised Mr. Sparky Kane was not participating, so there's no way he could have rammed you into such position.
Nope.
So we were just wondering how you managed to find yourself in such a predicament.
Yeah, it was a new trick I was trying, and unfortunately, it just didn't go to plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just understood.
Yeah, I'm understood. Just one last thing as well. Very, very early on to the run, just after Winston managed to flip in 40 seconds, it's like that's the new movie. You've not gone in 60 seconds; it's flipped in 40 seconds. You were seen handing off repair kits to police officers.
Police.
Yeah. Do you have any you know? Do you have any reasons for why you were doing that, or what was the intention there?
So unfortunately, I did have a local swerve into my lane as my lines were better. But to suddenly, swiftly move to the right, which took out Captain Paul Martel. She went straight into a tree. Unfortunately, I didn't want to get reported, so I acted like a nice guy and did hand off a repair kit. You know what I'm saying?
I see. So he was indeed avoiding a trip to the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Okay, so we see it was a tactical repair kit, just so Winston did not start getting pitted 1 minute 30 seconds after coming into the chase, because he'd pretty much used his car as lethal force against a senior officer.
Into that, it makes more sense.
Yeah.
We can understand the handoff of the repair kit now, to be fair. But yeah, other than that, great performance.
Yeah, I mean, like I say, I don't think one of these challenges is yet to be successful. I'll be honest, there is some interesting participants that could be up next.
I just put my finger in my potato bags.
Can we get guys? Can we get this guy off the line?
Yeah, guys, Studio, we get rid of him, please. I'm not sure why he's still stuck. I think the connection is really bad.
Yeah, it's cutting out. I'm going farther away.
Oh damn, he's oh yeah. There we go.
Yeah, he's gone. Okay. Anyway, Denzel, it's been a pleasure.
It has been
the show
a pleasure, SK, as always.
Very enjoyable.
And I'm
very enjoyable.
Potentially, or hopefully, will join you on next week's.
Next week's episode.
Like $1 Million Meth Run challenge. They know where to find us. You know, guys, if you haven't already, make sure you go on all popular music streaming services and stream Lou Loudest in the Room, because that is also the second sponsor of the Gold Run Meth Run Challenge.
It is indeed. We put good money towards that, and if you don't already follow and like D-Face with a 3, go over to the Twitch, give him a follow, like, share, all of that good stuff.
Exactly, and
get involved.
Get everything involved. But yeah, much love. Like I say, and I will. We'll see
you next week.
Yeah, we'll see you next week. $1 Million Meth Run Challenge is over and out for a week. Thank you very much. It wasn't necessarily the result that we wanted, but yeah, it was a good one.
Yep. And we'll see you soon. Take care, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.